Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show with your host, Anthony Sain. Now, let's get to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain, here with my guy, Kenny Stubblefield, in the building. Kenny, what's going on, my brother?
My guy, I'm looking outside. City of Memphis is beautiful today,
Man,
baby.
Beautiful, man. I haven't got robbed. I haven't got killed, man.
Wait.
Hey, I'm alive.
I didn't get robbed either today. I didn't get killed today either. Man,
Wow.
I feel lucky today, man.
Man, I feel lucky today, man. Only thing I'm worried about in Memphis is the I-55 loop thing, man. That's the only thing I'm scared about. That new roundabout is the only thing I'm scared about. That's the only thing in Memphis.
That roundabout is sketchy as hell, bro. I ain't gonna lie to
bro.
you.
You can't, because I take a lot of nights home, man, where, I do bingo nights. I host bingo nights around town.
Hey, shout out. Hey, check in. Survive my drive to work. God is good.
Everybody, just make sure, let us know y'all good, man. If you're alive,
you're here, let us know,
man. Yeah, just let us know you're alive, man. The most dangerous city in the world, Memphis, Tennessee. But like you say, a lot of times, man, I come home. I work music bingo nights. I'm hosting, and in most of the places I'm at, they're giving me free beer all night long. So I'm faded. 9 times out of 10, I'm faded when I leave these places.
Don't snitch, bro. Don't self-snitch, bro.
No, that's part of the thing. You know what I mean? So
you talking about driving? I'm just saying.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was waiting for me outside these venues. Yeah. So, man, like doing it in that 55 loop, I hit that joint a lot going home, coming from Midtown to downtown to where I live. And man, yeah, you gotta have your mind right going to that joint, man.
You gotta be careful. Yeah,
for sure, man. Just trying to stay alive out here in the M, man. Well, the guy we're about to join us today, Kenny Stubblefield, he is not to worry about the dangers of Memphis outside of when he comes here for Grizzly games, but he also lives in a dangerous ass city.
Dangerous ass city, man.
Oh, they're just so dangerous, bro. I just wonder, I wonder how a guy from the mean streets of Chicago like Jimmy Butler, just to survive in the NBA, man. Just the fear he must have daily playing in the NBA, man.
Devastation. How did Kevin Durant not come to Memphis? Because he grew up in the safe streets of Baltimore, Maryland. Man.
Hey, no, Jimmy Butler's from Texas, huh?
Nah, Jimmy's Chicago, right?
I thought he's from like Dallas or something.
I might be wrong. I don't know. Dallas ain't
Anyway, same, bro. If any major metropolis you live in, if it's urban, there's gonna be high crime, bro. Like that's insane. It's absolutely insane, bro. This stuff that Stephen A. Smith said today. We'll talk about that and more here on the show today. But we gotta get in my guy, man. The Memphis Grizzlies traded Desmond Bane. I gotta get in my guy, man. Chris Dodson is in the building.
He's back, baby.
Better known as just straight up Dodson. Dodson, what's going on, my boy?
Oh, man, my feet in New Orleans, but spirit in the city like Ja Morant. I had to go get the shirt since he hit him up with all them tweets to set Stephen A. straight. Because, that had to be done. Everybody setting him straight.
Had to do it, man. Had to do it. He represents small markets, representing black-ass cities, all those type of things. My guy Dodson is in the building. NBA journalist as well as NBA scout. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. Let's get the victory lap going. We were on this very airway a few days ago talking about how, we both are hearing Desmond Bane's name connected to a lot of things with the Grizzlies. And we saw those things come to pass on Father's Day. I was out with my girl and the kids for breakfast, and just the day just went crazy, haywire after that. I'm sure you probably were doing your unwind thing on Sunday. Kenny was doing his.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on the Desmond Bane trade, sending Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic for basically the control of 5 first-round draft picks from the Orlando Magic, and the Grizzlies getting back Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Cole Anthony from the Magic?
Right. My first thought is, the smoke and mirrors we were hearing, it was right. Desmond Bane was going to be the first one shopped out of the trio if everybody had to leave Memphis. Klyman talked about at the post-season press conference, the exit interviews, about how it just wasn't good enough. So, obviously something big had to change if the way he was speaking was so strongly, the way he said it with his chest. Another thing I take away from it is listening to the Orlando intro conference for Desmond Bane is that they did not hear about Des being shopped first. So that tells me, maybe link it with the Trey Murphy stuff that I'd reported on as well. fringe all-stars that could be a third piece like Trey, like Des. We're going to get multiple picks, some swaps, stuff like that. And it turns out that Price is right. It wasn't so ridiculous.
Wow.
And the Grizzlies jumped on that first. And I think it was a smart move to get this business done. It's now official. Stop expanding the trades in the trade machine. It's done. It's a done deal. Now the Grizzlies can really take this draft assets and KCP, Cole Anthony, and see what else they can do in this roster around Tripp and Ja.
Yeah, I definitely was trying to expand that trade until the full version came out as being official the other day for sure.
I like the straightforward deals.
Well, let's go ahead and give them the cliche questions, man. So, who are your winners and losers in this trade? Everybody's saying that Orlando gave up too much. I think they did. I still think that their cap is 4 or 5 in the East still after this trade. I still don't think they're a team that the team still doesn't have a point guard. You know what I mean? And I think in today's NBA, you've got to have that. So, what are your thoughts on the deal for both teams? How they came?
Well, I think first, just their weaknesses. They can find a point guard in the market, maybe do a minor trade to bring in somebody that's below the MLE and paper that over. I think it's great. Let's just start for the players. I like focusing on the players and writing the features more than the rumors. It's great for Dez because people were talking about, he's overpaid. That contract is too much. He's a third wheel that can't do this. He can go there and do even more than he was doing in Memphis this year, which was even more than he did with Memphis the last few years, and we've seen that rise. So I love it for Dez. I hate it that he has to leave Memphis and he's got to remove his home. His family's been rooted here, since getting drafted. But I love it for him. I like it for Orlando. I don't love it. But their front office had to show their ownership that, hey, we're trying to take that next leap, especially with the Celtics dealing with everything they're dealing with. We had to make a move. They weren't going to get an all-star. Let's face it. They weren't going to get a Kevin Durant with this package unless they really just wanted to mortgage the farm. They lose him next year, and the front office is at a loss. I think this was their best move. They paid a little more for Bane than maybe they would for other people just because of the length of his contract, and it gives them some security that all the others didn't. So, again, I like it for them. I don't love it. For the Grizzlies, it's a step back for this month. But I don't know about for this, 3-month period going into training camp. This isn't the roster. This is not the roster. So fans, strap in, get ready. It's going to be a wild draft night. We don't know how to grade this for the Grizzlies because they're just not done with it.
Right. I think the draft is like 8 days away. We're coming up on that. Is it next Wednesday? Not the Wednesday coming up, but the next Wednesday.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So I think I think it's going to be a very busy next couple days as well, next week as well for the Grizzlies. When you see a lot of reports come out, the knee-jerk reactions, are you disappointed at all from the national media, guys who have so many long years of just being accurate in their reporting and not being whimsical or flimsy with the things that they say? Are you kind of disappointed in some of the knee-jerk responses when people saw this trade and came out and said things like, well, this is clearly the Grizzlies setting up for a rebuild, and the guys who you would think would know better, who would think before they speak or investigate more before they speak. Are you surprised at all to see how loose some of the guys were with some of their comments after they saw this trade? Because, like I said, I've been saying all the time, if we woke up and saw that the Lakers traded Austin Reeves and got the same package back from Orlando, whoever, nobody would be saying the Lakers are about to do a rebuild. They'll say, oh, the Lakers just got that much richer. They've got all the tools they need to go do whatever they want to do this offseason. But with the Grizzlies, the first thing that comes out of people's mind is they're getting ready to blow the whole thing up. So are you surprised that guys are doing those type of things?
No, because that's how they make their money. They always trust people to do what's in their best interest. And, I mean, it's great for their engagement. But let's go to Stephen A. Smith talking about 30 years of journalism. No, you had like 20 years of journalism. You've had 10 years of talking head bullshit. I don't know if y'all got to bleep that one out. But
I think we just made the 10 minutes.
You got us 10 seconds past that 10-minute mark, bro. So you're good. You can say whatever you want now. YouTube stopped searching for all that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, you asked me another question where I need to roll one, pour one, because you're talking about an industry that's going dead. That was what I got into as a kid. I mean, my first published when I was 14, doing reports from Belgium because I was over there playing soccer before I went to high school. That's a whole other story. But yeah, so to get my Stephen A. Smith, when they go off on that crazy shit, they're really doing a disservice to the industry. And they need to just find a way to be more positive, be the smile in somebody's life for once, instead of trying to be out here and be the snarkiest, I'll bleep it out, on the block. a lot of people that you were talking about, they talk about Memphis, they rag on New Orleans. These people are engaging with your tweets, but they was raised in the streets. You wonder why you not invited to the city, because you out here talking this nonsense when it was clearly not nothing. It's still muddied waters. They could go any direction. Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't be speaking that strongly on it in the first place if you really just want to be an unbiased, observer that's trying to analyze and do whatever. But it's tough for the small markets to build up goodwill with the national media, but it's also tough for the national media to get the welcome they want from the small markets if they just keep slandering them like they are. And that's, again, it goes beyond basketball. It's maybe a social media thing, generational thing. I know I just turned 40. I don't want to go old man with it, but please, for the love, look at what the players are doing.
Yeah.
And look at what you're trying to build. If you just keep being negative, you're going to kill what you're trying to grow.
How much of it is the national media kind of playing the role of the NBA, the large markets, the trying to bring as many of those good players out of those small markets to the large markets? Like, it feels like that's where the conversation leads half the time is downgrade these star players that are in these smaller markets. And then as soon as they move out of those smaller markets to a bigger market, then they start propping them up as if they're, does that make sense? Like, how much of it is that?
It makes sense. It makes sense. But let's look at the person. Stephen A. Smith wants all the stars in his city so that he can, rub elbows with all the stars. I promise you, if his show was, I promise you, if any of these guys were shooting their daily show from Dallas or Houston, they'd be calling for all the big stars to go to Dallas, Houston, or Milwaukee. And this is just them being greedy and selfish. They don't want to share the wealth, but there's enough of the pie to go around for everybody. I wish they'd realize that. And a lot of them calling for these players to be at bigger markets is the older generation not understanding and making the connection. There's a divide. It's almost like a laptop that's not connected to the internet. I just feel like they're misunderstanding how they can market these players and keep them in small markets. A rising tide lifts all boats. And then you're helping guys not like me and you, but they're helping themselves as well.
A lot of people are talking about KCP in this deal, right? And one of the things is his shooting. He's a guy who shot the ball very well all his career. He had a very bad year starting off the season with Orlando. And a lot of people wonder, is that a decline for him, or is that something where it's just an anomaly with that team? Like we talked about, they didn't have a point guard last year. Their offense really struggled a lot last year. And I remember when Shane Battier was here, and even when Vince Carter was here, and people were expecting them to come in and their individual three-point numbers to kind of stay where they were or just zoom through, right? And they talked about how when you're the only guy who's able to knock down those threes, it changes the looks you get, first of all, and it changes the pressure you have and the flow of the offense, all those type of things. How much do you think is that? Because if you look at his numbers, I want to say that my guy, Coach Vaughn, put some numbers out. I can't really find them right now, but he was talking about how with that Caldwell Pope, his numbers, here he is. He says that he shot 38% from three-point range after January the 1st.
Yeah.
And that he was shooting, his numbers were 36% since December the 1st. And and he ended out the year going crazy from three, right? So I'm looking at his numbers now. He was shooting.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's an anomaly. Yeah, he'll regress back up to the last month of the year. Yeah. So I think his shooting numbers will be better in Memphis this year than they were last year, or wherever he winds up, actually, because they had no point guard. They had the looks he were getting. I think I looked them up. They were mostly contested. It was the most contested looks he's taken in his career. He wasn't used to that. He was really having to bail people out late in the shot clock. There was a lot of contributing factors to those low numbers that I don't think will be a factor in Memphis at all, strictly because he won't even be having the ball in those situations. There's four people in front of him, in that hierarchy. Yeah. So, my biggest concern with him, though, the shooting is okay, but I think the league is rising where there's a lot more shooters. There's going to be just a few more each year, to where his numbers are just going to be more average. In this trade, you brought back 5 rebounds a game between two players. That's not going to help you. His shooting is going to be so far down the hierarchy that if he's not doing that extra work on the rebounding and all the stuff that just helps players win games that maybe he wasn't doing in Orlando, and that's why they had a bad start to the season, that's what's more concerning to me. when it comes to KCP specifically.
And I heard
he's
you
at
say
3.2 rebounds a game. That's not good enough considering what he was doing in Orlando.
Yeah, I heard that you said that. I heard you said that in Memphis or wherever he ends up. I'm also the thought process. A lot of Grizzly fans are like saying things like keep KCP and get rid of Cole Anthony, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm not against moving him right back out the door too if a deal comes up. Are you hearing anything that makes you think that KCP?
I got one I'm going to publish. It's not sources. I can't report it. It's just group chat nonsense with other scouts, people in the industry.
Right.
Here's a hypothetical for you. You take some of those draft picks. You take KCP's 2 million?
25, I think. Yeah,
somewhere in there. And you know that a team that needs shooting has an injured guard. It's going down, wants to contend next season, and has somebody in the front court they're trying to get rid of.
Stop.
What do you do there, especially if it's all defensive type that maybe, can't shoot from three, but Tripp can do that, and you got a Jarrett Allen in here.
Right.
Hey, shit.
He actually makes less. Cleveland would save money. Memphis has the room to make it. Just like this one, it'd be a straightforward deal. They could do this before draft night and still have some assets to go chasing somebody else. And all you would have to give up is KCP and a couple of those picks, a swap. Do a bunch of swaps. You still keep a pick.
Yeah.
You just isn't the greatest pick, but who cares? You're contending.
Now, I'm going to tell you something, a little bird that dropped in my ear too, man, because, hey, I talk to people too, man. Hey, we in the same circles. Another name I heard connected to Memphis is, you know what I mean? My guy Climate came out and said he needs some dogs here, right? Yep. There's a certain team out west, like you said, is down a point guard, down a couple point guards.
The structures are fitting.
Hey, it's out there in Dallas, right? You know what I'm saying? There's a thirsty dog on that team. Named Najee Marshall, you know what I mean? That his money kind of fits with Cole Anthony. I kind of heard, a couple of
and I love Najee. I love Najee.
Hey,
going back to if y'all wanted a story, one of my best summer league, the first summer league I worked with, Najee as a rookie. He gave me the line that I've been giving all these grassroots kids about, going out there and acting like a first-round pick instead of a first-round bitch. Najee Marshall said that to a first-round pick in summer league. And me and Corey Brewer were cracking up so much, and I've carried that for years. Najee Marshall there's a reason his nickname is the Knife. If you want to bring grit and grind era back to Memphis, Najee Marshall is $9 million and escalating just slightly. I mean, you could probably get him for John Conshaw and Jay Huff and a pick or something like couple seconds.
I heard Najee's name. I don't know if you can confirm it or not, but I've heard that name thrown about.
Not on this, but I might have to send a couple extra text messages around that way.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
see what's cutting up.
Hit me back, hear what you're hearing, man. Because you know what I'm saying. But you know what? You ain't gonna get this. I ain't gonna say what show you're gonna get this on. You ain't gonna get this nowhere in the city of Memphis, man. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got bosses out here, man. Y'all bosses won't let y'all talk like this, man. So y'all, hey, I ain't trying to take no shot at nobody, though, Dawson. I ain't trying to take no shot at nobody. But Dawson, like I said, the Grizzlies have a lot of options, a lot of things they could do, guys who came in. One thing that a lot of people are not talking about, my guy, DeMichael Cole, wrote a story about this today. You know DeMichael. He talked about how he would not rule out the Grizzlies actually going to the podium and taking a pick in the draft with that pick that they got from Orlando. A lot of people are assuming that's, something they're going to use in a deal. There's some names that I'm a big fan of. Number one on my board. Now, keep in mind, my board don't really matter nothing because I don't watch college basketball at all. But I saw this one kid that obliterated my Tigers. And I was like, who is this 6'7", ball handling, defending little baby Jalen Williams out here playing for Colorado State? By the name of Nick Marshall. Nick Marshall, right?
Nick Clifford.
That's my Nick Clifford. My Clifford, bro. I got Najee Marshall on the brain. But Nick Clifford. I don't watch college basketball. That's how you know my board don't matter. And a lot of the logic that a lot of people are saying is, the Grizzlies could trade that pick, but you're talking about a guy in that top 16 range right outside the lottery who's a guy who, if he's not ready now, he may be ready, as soon as early next season or later on this year. And Nick Marshall's an older guy, I believe. Want to say he's a junior, right? He's
I think he'd be more of a G League projection to start out, just to see if he could adjust to the league, stuff like that, getting used to the system. He wouldn't be that useful.
That's what Jalen Wells, though.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
And he also, come from out west. They got a good scouting department out west. Memphis does. I'll tell them that much.
Say less. But what do you think about him, or just the prospect of the Grizzlies taking a guy at all in the draft, a guy who may not be ready, like you said, day one, but a guy who could probably get into the groove to be a part of what they're doing more sooner than later.
It wouldn't surprise me to see them take that pick just because they can still trade that pick until they sign that pick. When they sign him, whoever that might be, he would be then locked in until you couldn't trade him until, the December 15th or whatever the deadline winds up being for the 6 months. But they could take somebody. Oh, you don't have a deal. You get 2 or 3 teams all bidding on the same player. We've seen this before where a team will take the player that's most valued, and then 2 or 3 picks later, they make the trade. So it would not seem if it comes down to it, they can always relieve the leverage, relieve the pressure, so to speak. Where if a team's pressing, we got to make this before the trade happens because we got something else going. Too bad.
Yeah,
he's already made one big move. You don't let a team make you into a bad poker decision there with that pick. You can always take a player, trade him later, don't sign him, or worse comes to worse, send him to summer league and see what works out.
So what guys do you think are I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. What's the temperature level as far as things you're hearing with the Grizzlies turning around and making another move after the move they did with Orlando? Do you think it's like as high as you talking about like a 90%, 80%?
Oh,
like
yeah. They're not done.
Yeah.
I've talked to no one in any of my league circles that believes the Grizzlies are going to stand pat with what they got.
Yeah.
Brandon Clark, Conchar, Gigi Jackson, and picks. Now you get KCP and Cole Anthony. That is a big war chest to go shopping with. You can bring back multiple. I'm going to actually sit down and watch some of the College World Series tonight. And while I'm with family, I'm going to just finally, for once, I never do power rankings. I hate mock drafts. I've got my big board and stuff because I do a lot of scouting. I'm going to play around with a trade machine tonight and start posting some stuff, some concepts that make sense.
Man. Come on, bro.
Some 3 and 4 league, team ideas that really would work out because there are some teams that need to pick a direction that they haven't done that yet. Yeah. I'm thinking of Portland Trailblazers, Brooklyn Nets. They would do a lot of help for themselves to just tank off the top next year.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a lot of teams wait to tank this year, and it did not work out well for them.
No.
There are going to be some teams that need to pivot, and those teams are all the ones that were fringe play-in teams this year, or worse.
Right, I'm with you.
The Jazz were there. The Portland Trailblazers were there. The Nets were there.
I'm gonna tell you
all 3 of those teams. If y'all want to play, actually, y'all hit my social media. Do the work for me. Right. I will start retweeting and talking about the best 3 and 4 team constructs between those because I do believe you could get like some of the names we've talked about before: the Denny, Laurie, Nick Claxton, Cam Johnson. There's some things that could happen.
Yeah,
and I think Kleiman did very well to take a step back, so now he can take 3 steps forward.
Right. I'm gonna throw something out there to you, man. I already threw out one to you. I'm gonna throw out another. This ain't got no intel. This is just me in my same brain, just playing the logic game, right? I'm like, okay, if I'm Zach Kleiman and I'm coming out and I'm kind of righting wrongs, right? Or I'm like just coming out clean saying, all right, bro, we ain't got enough. Like, and I ain't got no reason to lie. Ain't got no reason to bullshit no more, right? So,
and he did that. He did that during exit interviews.
Right. If I'm in that mode, right? If I'm in that mind state, and I can come out and say stuff like, you know what, bro? I ain't gonna lie. I was bullshitting y'all last year at the draft when I told y'all I wanted Zach Edey over Donovan Klinger, right? Like, let's say he just come out and say, yeah, bro, like I was bullshitting. Could you see a Zach Edey to Portland deal or part of a package deal where Edey Klinger swap is involved in that? And the Grizzlies used one of their first-round picks to make that happen. Because we all know Zach Kleiman was lying. Zach Kleiman wanted Klinger, right?
No, yeah. But the more you just talked about it, that's too much of a lot. I don't see that happening as part of any major deal. Could they swap?
If you really want to say this is man, if you know this is man.
No, once you started talking all the extra dynamic, I don't see that happening. No, you can say it again. You can try repitch it to me, but I really believe what you're telling me is Klinger, Edey. This over.
No, I'm talking about like if you're doing like Deni, if you're doing Deni Avdija, you're doing a Deni deal. Could you see him saying, okay, well, let's do Klinger and Edey too, and we'll sweeten it up a little bit more? Hey, call it in.
How is that a sweetener?
Hey, call it in.
How is that a sweetener? You're sending damaged goods to Portland
No, I'm saying
That's how
you want
Portland's
another
going to
first
tell you.
round pick.
If you want to send
another
us
first
Edey,
round pick.
I don't see it.
You don't see it. All right, leave it alone. Hey,
see
they just be spitballing.
Put it on paper. Let me look at it.
All
Y'all
right,
hit me up
all
on the social media doing it, Dodson. But from what you're telling me, I can't quite see that concept working. If only because there will be better options out there.
Yeah.
What is the deal here with you've created an uproar in our comment sections in our video. We did a whole video, the whole talk about Deni and all this kind of stuff that you did. Then you put out the article a couple of days later on your personal social media, and we have so many Portland fans in our comments right now basically saying Deni is untouchable. Like he is the guy for Portland. Help us understand. Like that makes no sense. Untouchable seems like an extremely strong word.
It is. It is. It's just like saying the trade package was ridiculous, or the Bane package were ridiculous, or that they would turn down that package for Deni. You know they would take it. They would take half of that package for Deni, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, how much more you want me to say? I mean, that's the end right there. You're just dealing with the loudest, most obnoxious people that don't want to let go of the fact that Deni's gone.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
There's no point in building there. I mean, even if they start the season with that core, if they are 10th or 11th, who are they best to trade away at the trade deadline? Deni, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get ahead of it, is what their front office is thinking, by all accounts. They have nobody else. Ayton's not really the best asset. You know, he just contract values and might be a negative asset on most books. Same for Grant. You get the Simon, Sharp, Henderson. They're all younger. They all want to build around them. They want to see how they fit together. Deni's a little bit older. He's got the best contract, 2 first-round picks, and somebody that can shoot and play a little defense. That's KCP.
Yeah.
Hey,
tell me they turn that down.
Look, and a babysitter.
KCP in 3 first, or would you go KCP in 2 first?
Damn.
It's a swap. The third one's a swap. The one in the middle is a swap.
Yeah.
Well, and it turns into 2 seconds.
Yeah, let's do that, bro. I ain't trying to get them folks on 3 picks.
No, you want clinging for Edey, and you want to give up draft capital. What are you talking about, bro?
If you want,
what are y'all smoking in Memphis?
If I'm sending you 2 on a swap, you sending me clinging back then. Think about it, bro. Hey, go call your people.
They're going to get better offers for Deni at that point.
Oh, okay. I get you. You're right, bro.
They don't want damaged goods. They're building and want to see what they look like from the jump, and you're sending them a guy that they're saying December, but you're one setback away from him missing the season. I've been around Zion too much to believe this.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm slick thinking Edey ain't gonna be on our team this year, like for real.
But has his value increased since last season?
Let me say this. I'm starting to think he ain't gonna be our starting center. I'm starting to think that the Grizzlies.
There you go.
We're looking at some other things.
Claxton, Allen.
Yeah, I think they was on that.
Warriors, the bonus, those kind of guys.
Yeah,
but
come on, bro. Stop playing.
Yeah, y'all started to question with Deni, and they're already in the comments. And 2 in a swap. KCP, you send him a little send him GG Jackson.
Right, GG,
and then you get to protect the pick. And then you get to protect the pick. Then you get you clinging. Right. If you want clinging and you're going to send Edey out, you need Jackson for clinging.
Yeah, Jackson for clinging, man. There you go, bro.
That's where you're at.
That's how you do it right there, bro. Hey, let me address this right here because I've seen this a couple of places. I know the answer to this. I just want you to confirm it for me. My guy right here is saying, let me see. Yeah, he's saying you can't aggregate Code or KCP until like August. Yes, but you can do the deal in principle. Like the deal could be
right.
Just like when we got Zach Randolph. We traded for Zach Randolph around the draft. I want to say the deal wasn't official till like a couple months later.
Take the pick, don't sign the pick, trade the pick later once you can aggregate.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There you go.
Now you're going into training camp after Labor Day and everybody's played at the Drew League and did whatever. That's the last move you make. Sham's going to wake everybody up on a day that we all thought shit was done and go, oh, this one's done.
Right. Exactly. There you go.
And it's been done.
See you later.
Done.
Yeah, it's been done.
It's
the same way the Anthony Davis trade was done damn near before Griff was ever hired in New Orleans. That framework was done. He just had to come in and pick one, basically.
Yep.
This will be, pick one. Whatever happens at the end of it, you got these 2 options. That's what happens.
Yep. Well, man, speaking of options, the Grizzlies have a lot of them. I enjoyed this moment. of us, two DEI hires, man. Do everything independent, doing our thing, chopping it up, man. I appreciate you coming on, bro. We got to rock again. One more question before I let you go.
Keep bringing it. I got a few more minutes.
As far as anything the Grizzlies might do, are you thinking, because we got 7 days to the draft, are you thinking between now and the draft or shortly after the draft night, August? Like, what do you think as far as the timeline of when you may see something else with a team like the Grizzlies?
Draft night. Mm. Yeah. Maybe the day or two before, depending, maybe some. There may be a thing like the Pacers and Pelicans, like they did today, where they're just swapping draft rights. I think the Grizzlies, I don't want to forget pronounce his name wrong, but they could swap some picks and reshuffle the deck, so to speak, for a different deal, just by swapping picks and draft rights, stuff like that. I don't think their biggest swing of the summer will come before the draft. That's more of just a draft night deal, or something that happens later, like we were talking about, where you have to finally get the aggregate trades.
Oh, you talking about my boy Tyreek, who messed his knee up?
Evans?
No.
Yeah.
The kid that got the draft rights too.
Tard.
The shooter over
Tard Boveridge.
Yeah, we ain't worried about all that, bro.
Stuff like that.
We got bigger fish to fry, bro. We ain't playing with you.
Exactly. I think Kleiman has got like 18 months, 24. Like, he's got his new coach. He won't be the front office to trade Ja, just like Griff wasn't ever going to be the person to trade Zion. So he knows now the time is to go for it. He's got 2 trade deadlines in a summer. Or 2 summers, if you count this one, and 2 trade deadlines. And then you better have something on the table, or you better have a boat lined up for retirement, or, your next job. He's younger, but you know what I'm saying? That's the timeline on what he's working with. If you want to start counting down and turning that timer up, he won't be the player or front office to trade Ja. He just won't.
Yeah, facts. Plus, it never made sense in the first.
It never made sense. Just like me never getting my Ja 1s, 2s, or 3s. I finally got some Ja 1s. I got it with the shirt.
Yeah,
appreciate you to not Ja, but I know that it's coming. Don't worry. Especially now that he's staying in the city in the 901. I'm going to get me between 1 and 9 new pairs before Summer League. I'm going to try and get me another new pair before Summer League. Step out in it like that.
Then the 3s about to come out too, man. No 3s from the drop.
Yeah, I like my Nike outlet stores, dog. I'm a frugal man. I travel a lot. A lot.
I'll be at the outlet store with the swoosh discount on top of the.
I'm paying extra when Burlington got it 6 months later. Hey, y'all don't know I wore it out. Mine looks fresh.
Man, you and Sain are like long lost brothers, bro. Like that's his whole thing, man. His whole thing is I don't pay for shit.
Man, my job is $70. I'm not paying no 100 nothing, bro. Facts.
Y'all see, I'm still outside like the last show. I ain't even running the air conditioner. I ain't worried about it till it hit 100, brother. Let's go. We hoop outside out here.
Yes, sir. Are you safe over there though, Dodson?
Are you safe, bro? Are you safe? We can get you safe, bro. He'll get you safe.
Man, actually, let me land on this one. Hopefully, I don't know how many people watching this. Y'all might not be able to help in New Orleans. We might have to take it nationwide. Y'all heard Stephen A. Smith talk about all this danger. Y'all have also heard him talking about wanting to be a politician.
Hey,
right?
Thanks, bro.
First, Stephen A. Little advice. Be more positive. Just if you want to get votes, it helps. Right. It's that honey and sugar over bullshit. Mm-hmm. And then I've been posting. I might have to run for something because I'm getting tired of all this nonsense. And I'm gonna hit you with the acronym: BOLT UP. Be outside like that, uniting people.
Hey,
that's what I'm talking about, bro. Yes, sir. I figured that.
Y'all get with me because we about to start some shit. I was at the No King stuff. I've been doing politics. You got pictures of me in like a juvenile facility, facing up with JB, John Bell Edwards. That's our governor from a few years ago. I've been in the mix since 96. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, holla at me. We about to try and change some shit, not just basketball and the way it's presented. Might even have to start a podcast, bring you on my show. But we're going to start trying to do some more things. I got to wait till after the final Summer League, July 1, but it's coming.
Well, I got my have you seen I got a girls volleyball organization I started here?
You notice I ain't do your show until I seen you was doing stuff for the community.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's my dog, man. It's my guy, man.
Sain's been in them streets. Me and Sain, we go way back in this game, man. We've been doing this for a long time here in Memphis, man.
You got to. I got a story for the next time. If y'all ever come down, I got to get you down to Sports Drink. If y'all ain't heard, it's a little coffee shop.
Come down. Stop, man. I'm coming ASAP. What you talking about, bro? I hit New Orleans at least twice a year, bro. Real talk.
Man, they was giving this man $3,000-$4,000 quotes to come in there and build some shit, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, throw me a few $100, throw me a few drinks, throw me a few tickets. We're gonna get it built because they've been really building the community, doing community nights, doing sandwiches and stuff to get to the kids, donating cards for kids. If anybody gets into like the sports cards and wants to donate the penny cards, the base cards, send that to me. I'm gonna get them to a juvenile detention facility, let them build some sets, sell those sets, have something for when they come out, all kind of stuff like that. Let's get out here. Let's bolt up. Let's get in the community, unite some people. And Stephen A, man, calm that shit down, bro. Man, it's only dangerous out here because you want to see the danger.
Hey, text me that acronym you saying, bro. I ain't really, my brain ain't really picking up.
Bolt up.
To me, man. I ain't getting
bolt
it, man.
up. I'm looking for a graphic designer to help me make the shirts right now.
Hey, your boy, man, it's your boy. I got you, bro.
BOLTUP. Be outside like that, united people.
Man, I love that, man. I love that. I'm about to steal that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Better start the
Memphis.
Bro, if your lawyer beats my lawyer on the copyright, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna hit him with some of that note that need only positive energy.
We're gonna do it like Crystal in White Castle, bro. Yeah, you do it out there, New Orleans. We're gonna do it in Memphis. Hey, we ain't gonna touch each other, bro.
Then we're gonna have you running for office. Maybe you could be mayor.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey,
might be, bro.
That man had too many skeletons, bro. You ain't want him in all
Hey, it don't matter. Look at what's winning now. Look at what's winning now. You gonna tell me a Louisiana boy had a DUI too? Come on, I went to college.
Captain America, man.
Went through the storm. We all got skeletons in our closet.
Hey, I'm still a black man at the end of the day, though, bro. Ain't no gonna work like that.
Yeah.
You get the right coalition, we can do something. But hey, I'm about to have to bounce to you boys.
Man, go ahead, man. Holler at me, bro.
I'm gonna get with y'all. Make my t-shirts. And y'all give me them trade ideas. Give me them trade ideas. Y'all see it down there at Doing It Dodson.
Dodson, man. Hit him up. Yep.
Yes,
I'll let you next time.
That's my guy, man. My guy Dodson. Y'all know
him. Man dipped.
I ain't got about this mug. I got a 245 for y'all. I ain't even play with y'all, bro. Hey, that's my guy Dodson, NBA journalist and NBA scout. That's my dog, man. Just for people who don't know how this stuff works, bro, there are so many ways to skin a cat when it comes down to information, man. If you're a guy who doesn't meet a stranger and you can just get in these circles of conversation, it really ain't that hard, man. Like I've been to Grizzly games and just plopped into conversations with certain people. Breaking news, there are NBA scouts at every game and they sit in the media department. Yeah. You can go spark up conversations with these guys and next thing you know, you're in a circle of 20, 30 NBA scouts around the league to the point where you might be a bootleg scout out here. You know what I mean? You just found your way into the mix, man. It can happen. And information I hear people say things like, well, if you hear something, it's fake because the Grizzlies don't talk. Breaking news, man. You got to talk to somebody to make something happen. And you might not be the one that's talking, but your information is a two-way street, bro. Right. So if there's any conversation going on, it's a chance that your conversations will get out there. Well, shout out to my guy Dodson, man, becoming a regular here on the Anthony Sain Show. And y'all be ready too, man, because when the season starts, closer to the season start, you're gonna see daily guests here. And I'm super, super excited to let y'all know who those daily guests may be, man. Super excited about that roster of people who have committed to be daily guests on the Anthony Sain Show. But Ken, let's take a break, man. When we come back, we're gonna talk more about Stephen A. Smith, bitch hating on Memphis.
Stephen A. Smith. I know y'all been. I know the comment section been waiting for this. We got.
Oh, we coming, man. It's coming. You know it's coming, man. We're gonna talk about that and more here on the Anthony Sain Show. See you guys in a minute.
In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
The Memphis Grizzlies are calling about Deni Avdija of the Portland Trail Blazers, formerly of the Washington Wizards, as a potential piece that they could add around Ja, Dez, and Jaren. Now, Avdija is going to command a high payday. He's around a $20 million guy, but it is a descending contract. Is Deni Avdija somebody that you would want to see paired up along those guys in Memphis?
Multiple times when he was playing for the Wizards and when he was playing for the Trailblazers, when the Grizzlies were playing them, he was playing harder than anybody on the court. He's got an incredible motor, but I do like Deni Avdija, and it's because of his motor. And I feel like this team missed a motor.
Yeah, I don't know that it takes us all into the NBA Finals, but I do think we're a better team with Deni Avdija, especially if you can make a deal work where you can keep your core three still available. Putting him on a starting lineup with Ja, Dez, Jalen, Deni Avdija, and Jaren, to me, feels like a team that could be competitive in a deep Western Conference.
Tune in to the $2 Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Sain Show. Of course, my guy Dodson was a great guest per usual, man. We just get on here and just start talking shit for 30 minutes.
I love it.
My guy, man, when Memphis and New Orleans get together, man, I have a lot of respect for Dodson. He's one of those dudes. I can tell he's got some haters. I had people in my DM trying to hate on the man as well. Get y'all whole ass on somewhere, man, dude. Like people don't understand, like when you're in that scouting, like news digging in from like realm. Just something happened?
No, I'm just agreeing with you.
I was like, shit, man, whatever.
No.
People don't understand that, like, just because you're able to get information doesn't mean that everything you're saying is going to happen, bro.
It's
like,
so fluid.
It's so fluid. You hear stuff all the time, bro. You hear, like, and people think that a trade is like, oh, I'm going to wake up and trade Desmond Bane. Let me call Orlando. Like, no, man, like these teams they flirt for weeks, days, months. You know what I mean? And like, and they throw names out and like you'll hear like, okay, and they'll swing over like, oh, we want Jaren Jackson Jr. Like, no, and they end up with whoever, you know what I mean? So people just gotta stop like, just because something doesn't happen doesn't mean that the guy's pulling stuff out of his ass.
It's the same way it's the same way in college basketball, right? Like it's the same kind of situation, man. Like folks get hated on all the time for, well, what you said didn't happen. Well, yeah, things change constantly, hour by hour by hour by hour.
And you're talking about freaking kids, bro. You're talking about like the mind of kids and their dads and moms. Like stuff is going to happen all the time, bro.
Yeah, I do want to say D'Angelo said the commercial didn't age well, Rusty. It's true. That was filmed a couple of days ago. Desmond Bane just got traded, so he's not a part of that starting five that Rusty was talking about. But
yeah,
the Deni Avdija stuff.
I tried to help y'all, man. I tried to tell people, maybe we did Dez off the bench that would work, and they were mad at me about that. But I tried to compromise with y'all, man. I had to go and get them out of here, man, just because y'all made me mad.
Hey, he said, Climate heard that thing and said, he'd be good off the bench, but guess where else he'd be good at? In Orlando.
Orlando. Run me them draft picks.
Hey, let me ask you this. You feel any kind of way about some of the shit he's been saying since he's been in Orlando? Have you seen it?
He's slick trying to throw a little shade, man. But I ain't mad.
You feel good at it,
bro.
I ain't mad about it. Whatever. Best jersey I've ever worn. Man, this looks different.
No, it is a lie.
That's a lie, bro. That ain't the best jersey you've
seen. He has a hard jersey. Hey, he'll be all right, man. He'll be all right. I ain't mad at the man.
Nah,
I'm gonna say this right here too. Throw up this last comment, bro. My man put up right here. I'm gonna speak on this real fast.
Yep.
This guy says, Morris P says, I'll be willing to package Scotty in the 16 for Brooklyn's 19, 26, 27. We don't want to get younger, but grab some good wings and the backup big. You ain't getting all that for him. Man, but anyway, and we good without losing our big trade package. Well, I'll say this. He's basically saying because you have Cole Anthony here, you can afford to trade Scottie Pippen Jr. if it's a team really wanting him, right? And I'm going to say this here, too. But a lot of people like getting rid of Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony's a pretty good basketball player, bro. Like, if he's pretty good. And if you put him in a position where you said, hey, we want to use you the same way we were using Scottie Pippen Jr., he's going to have some big moments, too, bro. He's a good defender.
Better than
knock down shots. Yeah, I don't want to go there because I don't feel like arguing, but
okay,
he's a really good basketball player, bro.
I am a it feels like this Cole Anthony move is just a way to like build out another trade package, right? Like another asset to have. But man, I've said this before, man. I like Cole Anthony. Like,
yeah, he's good. He's an irritant. He's an irritant, but you talk about dudes that are big shot makers, bro. I know he splashed one in our face for sure. Pause. But I've seen him do it. He's a good defender. He can knock down shots right on our faces. That's the part he just made it. It's super pausable.
Yeah, it's the on our faces part that made a pause.
Yeah. And to my guy right here, Mr. Windsmoke. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm down for trading him for Herb Jones. But I'm just saying, if there's a scenario where Cole Anthony's still here and Scottie Pippen Jr. is gone, like you're not taking a major L there, in my opinion.
Man, I started it. My bad. I got people arguing about Scottie in the
it's all good, man.
Scottie Pippen Jr. is good, but let's not overrate what he is to this as a talent point guard. Like he's not
for sure.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah,
for sure. But Kenny Suffield, something that is definitely not underrated in the city of Memphis, man, is Trilogy Tattoos. 27 years, man.
I'm struggling over here, man.
Huh?
Oh, goddamn.
You didn't catch the transition coming, man.
Yeah, you're too professional for me, man.
Yeah, 27 years in the business, man. They are not overrated. The hype is real. I was at Bobby Ford's wrestling show, and Trilogy shows love to them as well. Yeah. And the ring girl that was doing the show, she was like full of tats, and she was like, "Yeah, I got all these for Trilogy." It was crazy. So yeah, man. Trilogy Tattoos been doing it for a while, man. If you got a tattoo in your body, it's probably part of the it's kind of like Greg Popovich, right? You got the Greg Popovich coaching tree, right? Yeah. If you got a tattoo in your body, it's probably part of the Trilogy Tattoo,
the family tree, the coaching tree.
Somebody from your tattoo guy probably came through Trilogy at one part of their career, man. So check them out. 27 years in business out there on Highland. They're not going to change their name anytime soon, like the garbage ass bowling alley out there in Bartlett. They're going to show you love. They're going to make you feel like family when you walk in. Clean environment. They're going to let you tell your story with their tattoos on your body. I love that concept. I got to get the full. I know I ain't saying it right, but I love the whole tell your story thing they're doing. That promotion they're doing. Richie said he got some big news coming out too. I don't know what he got going on, but I don't know. He might be doubling up his pay for sponsorship. I don't know.
Yeah, Richie called both of us and said, "I need to talk," and I said, "Yes, sir. Let's go."
Yeah, I don't know what he on, but hey, whatever you something.
Richie is one of those low key dudes that like that man's got bank and power, but he's just behind the scenes doing his thing.
Yeah,
bro.
low key. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, question says, who do you think is going to be on the Grizzlies coaching staff? We've heard the names already. Some of the guys that are in there. I'm not the assistant coach dude. I'll probably talk myself and whoever it is. I've been hyping up amateur ass assistant coaches on that staff for the last 5 years. So surely I can keep it going.
But how dare you say that they're about to get rid of them all, right?
Don't you? Oh yeah. Remember
how dare you say that?
How dare you? Oh no, that's what happened. Remember they said that. But anyway,
2 months later,
I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got time for all that.
We're
Kenny Summerfield, I ain't got time for all that. I don't feel like being petty with these folks. Well, Kenny, Stephen A. Smith put out some stuff today talking bad about the city of Memphis. We're gonna play that video in a second. Matter of fact, go ahead and play that now, man. The video of Stephen A. Smith.
Let me get my
kind of getting this.
Let me get chill for a second. Let me get my ounce of hope and just kind of chill out for a second before I play this bullshit.
I got you, brother. I got
Listen,
you. Play this.
I know y'all got to go. You going to tell folks why nobody wants to be in Memphis, or you want me to do it?
Oh, no.
I'm talking like he just breaking news.
Like me,
you want me to do
don't
it?
think that the league, like if a guy's like me, I love to be in Memphis. I embrace it, but you got to identify those guys, right? And it's not that simple, especially a younger guy to identify that wants to be in Memphis. I want to hear you say, why you think
The people in Memphis is a great sports town, great fans, great people. Yeah. But there's an element there where cats like Jimmy Butler and others don't feel it's the safest environment. I'm talking to the local authorities in Memphis. You got to clean some of that stuff up because it's dissuasive to NBA players. They have talked about it. I know they've told me.
There are 2 NBA players on that show who are saying the total opposite. Say, hey, if I went to Memphis, I'd fit in.
I'd be cool.
There'd be some adjustment, but I love it. Yeah, man, these guys are goofs. Such a goof. He came out like he was just dropping such a bomb on everybody, man. Get out of here, bro. Hey, but here's the thing that tripped me out, bro. Who in the world was asking for a Morris twin on ESPN. Like,
both of them.
Then they came out and said, you know what? Since y'all been rocking with us, man, I got one more for y'all. I got both of them for y'all, man. Like, who the hell asks for a Morris twin's opinion on anything? Like, who's going through lights about, man? Where are the Morris twin opinions when you need them, man? Like, where did that whole thing come from with ESPN? But anyway, Stephen A. Smith, such a ridiculous thing to say, man. The NBA is a league that happens in 30 cities, right? And I want to say that maybe 25 of those cities are urban cities. They're not towns like where these guys play at. I'm trying to think of some examples that aren't cities. And Memphis is probably the closest to a town out of all of them. But I'm trying to think which because you know sometimes it'll say they're like the so and so's, but they're not actually playing in that city. Right. I can't think of any of them, to be honest with you, bro.
Well, like Sacramento's not in Sacramento. Like they're outside of Sacramento.
Right. So they're probably playing in some suburban type area.
Right.
But for the most part, they're playing in major cities, right?
Right.
And here's breaking news to everybody. Anytime there's a major city, there's going to be poverty. There's going to be a lot of crime, bro. Like that's just the case. Chicago exists in the NBA. Detroit is an NBA team. New Orleans, NBA team. Philadelphia. That's an NBA market, Kenny Stubblefield. You may not have known that. New York is a NBA market, Kenny Stubblefield. I don't know if you knew this or not. Los Angeles.
Ooh.
The mayor said, y'all stop coming here. like I can think of a lot of famous people.
The freaking Marines are in Los Angeles right now.
Right now as we speak.
I thought they were outside. I thought maybe they changed their site. I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
my bad.
And the city of Los Angeles also is set to be a what they call a smart town, which will be under 24/7 video surveillance to help prevent crime. I've never heard any of these things said about any of those cities, man. Stephen A. Smith, get out of here, bro. And whatever you're hearing from that one person, Jimmy Butler, it sounds like pure nonsense. I
think what makes this
put this up. Jason Mitchell. I hit the wrong one. Jason Mitchell says, I know that LeBron didn't tell him that.
It's funny.
Oh, man. It's so ridiculous, bro. It's so ridiculous to try to single out Memphis. It's just this super unsafe cities where these guys don't want to live. And here's some more breaking news, Stephen A. Smith. Most of the guys who in any city, they don't actually live in that city. They live somewhere in the suburbs where they're living in perfect peace and harmony, bro. Like they're not like John don't live in South Memphis, bro. Like Jaron ain't living in Castalia. You know what I mean? Like what are we talking about, bro? It's so ridiculous. But the rich people live where rich people live. Like, and that's in every city in the NBA, bro. Yeah. Like it's.
I think the part of it that feels so disingenuous about that whole thing is and Dotson kind of
hold on. I gotta put this up while you talking, bro. Luka's running to get to Utah. So you can
it's so funny, but I just what makes that so disingenuous is because like Stephen A. Smith pretends to be something that he's not, right? Like that dude is the ultimate self-platformer. He just tries to fit in where he can fit in and you know uses that goofy vocabulary that he talks about being so big all the time, like you know all this kind of stuff. But he has been cozying up to a group of people lately, politically, that is that works off of fear in every way, right? Like their entire policy, entire thing is about fear, is about stoking fear in people. And I think that is where Stephen is he's getting bored with his 30 years of journalism and his big ass contract at ESPN. And I think he's starting to go, okay, maybe I can get a little bit more powerful here. Right. And try to venture into that political world, talking about people want him to run for office and run for this and run for that. And I don't think I want to do that, but man, I can't say no to the people. Motherfucker, ain't nobody said that to you, bro. But he's cozying up to those people. Yeah. And so when you have the current FBI director coming out and saying, I didn't know that Memphis was so bad, but Memphis is terrible and it needs to be dealt with now, brother, like this is where this is all coming from. It's because he's cozying up to people that operate out of fear. And it just is so dirty and so disingenuous.
Pure
and
trash,
you just can't
bro.
take him seriously, man.
Pure trash, man. Pure trash. With Kenny Stubblefield, I'm excited to say that I am a proud Memphian, and because of that, I try to combat some of the negative stigmas about the city and some of the negative realities about the city as well, man. And I think that an example of what I'm doing to try to combat some of those things is something I'm super excited to talk about that happened yesterday, Kenny. I called you yesterday, ripping and running, tired as hell, putting together equipment yesterday for the first ever Memphis Magic Volleyball Institute free volleyball clinic for girls in the city of Memphis, man. 27 girls showed up yesterday, getting elite level training from some of the best trainers in the city. I had some of the people say they saw the video and they were in tears. I was in tears watching it, of course. Super amazing, man.
You were there, and then
it was like,
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, man. Play the video. Got a quick video showing some things that happened yesterday. Me and my girlfriend Julia started this organization. We're both volleyball parents. Somebody was literally texting me just then, asking me what made me get into volleyball. I know you're not a coach, and I know your girlfriend's not either. I said, well, we're both volleyball parents, man, and we've seen how you too, and we've seen how the positive things that volleyball can bring to young ladies, our children in particular, just young ladies in general, but also notice the gaps, man, the shortfalls, and the things that need to be probably fixed a little bit to close some of the gaps between the inner city and the suburbs, or people who are more fortunate, and we're hoping we're doing some of those things to help the young ladies in this city. So let's go ahead and play that clip before we go to the break. Kenny Stubblefield.
Oh, hold on, sorry.
Yeah, you good.
Oh God, get off there. There we go.
Got Stephen A in the background.
Nothing seems complete. I stand up and I'm searching for the better part of me. I hang my head from sorrow so much. State of humanity. So wearing on my shoulders, gotta find strength in me. Why's that? 'Cause I am superwoman. Yes, I am. Yes, she is. Still when I'm a mess, I still put on a vest, but then that's so much of, oh yes, I'm a superwoman. That's right. This is for.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Hey, I watched it enough yesterday, so let me watch it about 100 times. So hopefully I don't get to crying on the air. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think we're good. I know I'm a big crybaby, man, but that was an awesome event yesterday. Like I said, man, we had 27 girls show up, had a lot of feedback, a lot of people who were blowing us up, asking about it. Since then, we had 40-something girls signed up. We had 27 show up, and I'm sure that if I go check it again, that our numbers have increased once people have seen kind of what's going on. But man, like I said, the coaches were asking, well, how many coaches you need? And I said, hey, more than we can handle. And they said, hey, we got you. And it's just the support from, I don't mean, this ain't like just some people we can found on the street somewhere. Like, these are like legit high level coaches. Like,
there are former Division I players in those shots. There are girls that are playing Division I volleyball right now that are back here over the summer and gave their time to come in. And
they're saying it's not it was one young lady, she plays for Mississippi Valley State, I believe. And she was like, man, I got to go to work. She said, I don't even want to put my hands on it because I don't want to like touch the kids and leave. She was like, I can't wait to come back to be a part of this. I apologize. But I want to see it. I want to be a part of it from the first day. And she was amazing. And man, it's just an awesome thing we're doing, man. And I feel like Like as you can see in the video, I'm spectating. Like I'm sitting back watching the whole thing and just making sure everything is flowing right.
Yeah,
And
I don't need to see you
man.
out there teaching how to do
I ain't
sets and bumps
it,
and
I ain't got nothing to
hits
teach
and stuff like that.
You
But
saw me motivating them at the end. You saw me with a circle. I can do that. Been doing that for a long time, motivating kids in a circle. That's what I do.
I just want to say, man, and I'm gonna give you your flowers, bro. Like,
they don't give it 2 minutes, bro. I ain't finna try to get the crying in this.
No. I am. People know if you're a longtime watcher of this show, you know mine and Anthony's relationship go back well before this media shit, before sports shit. Like, we go way back. We met doing this kind of work in the city of Memphis decades ago. And so
got burnt the hell out of.
And got burnt the hell out. You're about to pull me right back in, bro. And I don't like you. And I don't like you for it. But whatever.
Got his ass. Got his ass. Yes.
But I'm just telling you, man, like there are a lot of people that talk about problems. We watched a video of someone talking about problems a few minutes ago. There are not many people in this world, in this city in particular, but in this world that see problems and find ways to fix it. And Anthony, you're doing it, and I'm proud of you. And I am so inspired by what you're doing with this Memphis Magic volleyball club. And I think you are a fantastic motivator of people, but you're also really good at bringing people together. And so I just want to say shout out to you, man. You're doing your thing. You and Julia are killing it. And I'm proud of y'all. So,
man, thank you, brother. We ain't done, man. We got 5 more clinics left that we'll run through July the 21st on Monday. If your young ladies are interested in that, you can visit. We need to put these on our social. I have those on by the time the show is over. We just started our social media pages. We got Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll have the links to when do we get the videos? Bro, I can barely walk after shagging balls yesterday. I can barely walk. I definitely won't be spiking nothing. But I'll put the links for volunteers, and we need all types of volunteers, man.
All types.
Played the game before, coached the game before, current players, all those type of things. We need that. We also need people for administrative things as well, man. We plan on doing this in several sites throughout the city of Memphis. If you have access to a gym in a church or a community center, whatever you're doing, those type of things, we definitely need those. We need people who can do administrative things because, like I said, we plan on doing this everywhere.
Yeah.
Also, we are about to start adult league soon to make this feel like a group project. A city, this is going to be the city's team, man. We're going to start
the city.
Hey, this is going to be. Hey, it may be more people at Memphis Magic Institute events. But no, seriously, man. Like we're about to start adult tournaments, to get the adults involved and hopefully get and do those things as fundraisers with kind of an open admission price for your team, whatever y'all want to pay to get in.
Yeah,
it's a donation to what we're doing. We're trying to get those things knocked out, man. But like this is our passion project for the city, man, and we're so excited about the first clinic that we have.
And
it's the first of many, bro.
If you're watching this and you're in the city of Memphis and you're inspired by what you see, Anthony just said it. They need volunteers, not volunteers to coach. They got that. They'll have more people come in. Let us handle that, right? Like let us handle getting the coaches because we know the right people. We do need people to shag. We need people to shag balls. We need people to go in and do the dirty work while in there. Come in, you can do whatever. Like, right, just come volunteer and help out. Don't be creepy, but like,
because we'll be doing background checks on that ass.
We will boot your ass out of there fast. Don't be creepy.
We'll need things like, it might get to the point where we need, like, if you might work for a security company because we're trying to have these big, either weekly or bi-weekly tournaments that are going to be off the chain, man. Yeah. Like where we've got, Memphis Magic Orange Mound versus Memphis Magic Whitehaven.
Yeah.
And we just got all these clubs, all these teams playing each other.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's going to be off the chain, bro. I can see the vision, and it's coming to pass very soon. So y'all just stay tuned for all those type of things. Stephen A. Smith, hey, Memphis going to be all right, bro.
We're going to be all right.
If I have anything to say about it, Memphis going to be all right. About to take a break. When we come back, Kenny, you ain't slick. I heard you saying we the whole time. When you
what are you talking about?
Memphis Magic. I heard you saying we a lot of times. Jew, we got his ass. We got his ass. Man. We about to take a break, man. When we come back, it's going to be more to Anthony Sain show. See you guys in a minute.
Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderland Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. My phone blowing up, man. People texting me who saw the video, watching the show right now, and just throwing heaps of praise on your boy, man.
Hey, man, we live, y'all. Leave him alone. No, just playing. I'm playing.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And you know I'm gonna sit there and check the phone like a dummy.
You get distracted by the comment section gets you, and now your text messages
the phone blowing me up. Well, Kenny Stubblefield, we're about to wrap this thing up, man. For Inside the Same Brain, where I talk about something that is on a brother mind, man. Kenny Stubblefield, we're both pretty much the same age. I want to say both of us are 45, 46, something like that. 44, I don't know.
Hey,
right there in the same.
Bro,
don't 45. Yeah.
Don't do it yet. Don't do it to me yet.
Don't put you in the 45 club. Okay, cool. But I want to talk about not your particular age, but the decade that you're in, right? You're in your 40s, right? And a lot of people talk about what's the best decade of their lives, right? And we're definitely not going to say in your teens. No. We're throwing that totally out here. We know that was trash, right?
Yeah.
So we want to talk to you guys who are in the comments, people watching the show. If you're watching it live, cool, comment. If you're watching it after it's posted to the YouTube page, we want to know what was your favorite decade that you lived in and why. For me, it is the decade I'm in right now in my 40s.
Hell yeah.
It's the best one. And to me, the reason why I say that is because in my 20s, I was an absolute dummy. Got married in my 20s. Shouldn't have brought nobody into my weird ass life in my 20s, bro. Yeah. Like, didn't know how to do nothing. Didn't know how to save money, make money, ignorant, flying off, mad, temper, all that type of stuff, bro. Just horrible decade was the 20s. In the 30s, I started kind of finding myself, had a whole divorce that was a part of that whole thing. Of finding myself. I had to, create a family and break up a family to kind of find myself. But learning how to make money, learning how to make mature decisions, learning how not to be a hornball all the damn time. You know what I mean? Learn how to think with other parts of my body outside of my sex organs and my eyes, And I just think in my 40s, man, like I actually know how to date. I know how to treat a woman properly. Know how to honor a woman. I know how to parent. Because, man, I was a freaking idiot parenting-wise with Kayla and Sabrina, bro. Like, and with Gabe, I parented them totally different. And I just remember, like my older siblings tell me those things. I talk about all the time how my oldest sibling was 19 when I was born. And my sibling closest to me was 9. So it was 19, 18, 13, and 9 when I was born. That was the ages of my siblings, right?
Wow.
And they all talk about, dude, the version of dad we saw, your ass could not have dealt with that version of Pop, man. Like, no, bro, like that, like it ain't the same dude at all. Like, and and those things happen in time. That's a good thing that my dad matured, and didn't have to choke the shit out of me to get me to do stuff. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, I think the 40s are an awesome decade. I hear people in their 50s say that shit is dope as hell too. I'm 45 now, so I'm on the wrong side of 40. So the 50s might be awesome as well. I don't know. Like it seemed like I think I found like you know, a lot of things in my 40s that, you know, how to make money, how to spend money, how to save money, how to budget, how to, you know, like I said, date properly. And I think I found my mate. I think I found the lady I want to be with for the rest of my life. I know I have, you know what I mean? The woman I'm doing this organization with, like that's like a destiny move, you know what I'm saying? She's like my destiny woman. So,
hey, you should, the fact that she chose you,
yeah,
tells you a lot about.
She wanted to double my ass in no other decade but these.
That 20-year-old saying should have been like, man, get the hell out of my face, bro.
Get your bum ass. Because she tell me all the time that I couldn't have got her when I first approached her. When I first approached her like 6 years ago, she tell me I couldn't have got her. But I know I could, you know, but you know, I'll let her live that illusion that I couldn't have.
And and your son is becoming a
Riz master as well.
Riz God.
Gabe posted that's crazy too, man. Gabe said he couldn't go to sleep last night, so he got up and just started putting videos, like random videos on YouTube, right? Like he was just playing on his phone. Like Gabe had a video, he went to bed and said, Dad, I got like 200 some views already in 2 hours. I said, son, you eclipsing my numbers out here. Then I wake up in the morning, he's like at 1,500 views. I was like, what are you doing, bro?
Can we hire Gabe? What's
right? Exactly. Right. As an influencer.
The hell?
And so he said he woke up with 1,500 views, and then he shows me an old video he has. He says it shows a picture of some Twizzlers, and it says the Twizzler, and then it says the Sizzler, and the next picture is a grill. And then the last one is the Rizzler. It's a picture of him and two Hooters girls. It's a picture of Gabe and Hooters with two girls on the east side. I'm like, Gabe, you are hilarious, bro.
That's wild.
Like
That's
wild.
wild.
Stuff that goes through your mind, for sure. Well, what about you? Do you agree your 40s is your favorite one, right?
Yes, and I'll say the end of my 30s. Man, I grew up. Both of us kind of grew up in a situation where we there's a lot of community trauma, I think, that comes from how we grew up in terms of like religious stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think for me, when I was 36, I started to go through a process of having to like, and I don't say deconstruct, but go through a process of like having to like find my own way, refine some things in my life and in my brain. And it wasn't until probably my 40s. I'm 44 now.
Pruning yourself.
Pruning is a good word. I think if I could like bring it down to one sentence, it's Anthony, in my 40s, I started to trust myself. That makes sense. Like, and so for me, there was a level of self-doubt all the way from my 20s, my 30s, and I was married from 30 on, and my wife and I are about to celebrate our 15th, and we have two kids. I have a 13-year-old.
What age were y'all? Y'all saying the 90s? What age were y'all doing that?
Yeah, we need not decades in terms
not
of
decades like that. Like how old were y'all?
How old were you? Yeah. I think for me, my 40s, I became in my 40s. I'm a better husband, a better father, and just a better person, more confident in myself.
Bro, yeah.
Right? Like just more confident in myself. And so for me, the 40s have been incredible. Now my ass hurts all the time. Pause. My back hurts. My hamstrings hurt. My everything hurts. Like if I twist my back like this, it's gonna crack. Right? Like I'm in more pain than I've ever been in my entire life. But the 40s have been great.
Yeah, man, for sure. Well, like I said, you guys let us know what decade of your life, not time, but like how old were you during that time? Let us know what your favorite one was in the comments and why. Please wait a minute.
We got a bunch of 40-year-olds that watch the show, and I like it.
What it is, man. The show, man. That's what it is, bro. I love it. I also love the numbers. It seems like we're breaking that algorithm, man. We got nearly 700 people doing the live show. I think that's the most we've ever had, and we did more today than we did with the Desmond Bane news on yesterday. So, I think we're breaking through on the algorithm. Man.
Hey, keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting.
Yes, please.
The live comments are great. Go in, comment underneath the actual video when it posts.
Drop an emoji, like if anything.
Drop emoji. Just throw in a cat emoji for Stephen A. Smith. Just let's see how many we can get.
Right. For sure. Yeah, man. But we appreciate you guys, man. We're about to wrap this joint up. It's been a great show. See you guys on Wednesday tomorrow, man, and we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.